overnight, yet another member of the Weinstein Company's Board of Representatives has stepped down. According to a source in a position to know, and actress Rose McGowan, in several posts online, is revealing more about what she says happened between her and Harvey Weinstein. Overnight, new photographs obtained by TMZ of Harvey Weinstein out to dinner in Scottsdale, Arizona, reportedly there to enter rehab. This is after Rose McGowan tweeting a shocking allegation at Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. "I told the head of your studio that HW raped me." In a series of tweets Thursday, McGowan said when she was working with Amazon Studios, they ignored her claims against Harvey Weinstein. "Over and over, I said it. He said it hadn't been proven. I said I was the proof." Thursday, Amazon studio head Roy Price was himself accused of sexual harassment by a TV producer. Overnight, Amazon telling CNBC that he's now on leave of absence effective immediately, adding, "We are reviewing our options for the projects we have with the Weinstein Company." The New York Times reports McGowan reached a settlement with Weinstein for $100,000 in 1997. It's not clear if she reported the allegations to authorities. Weinstein's spokesperson said any allegations of non-consensual sex are unequivocally denied by Mr. Weinstein.
It's a difficult question.
The Hollywood Reporter speaking exclusively about the scandal to director Judd Apatow, actor Seth Rogen, and producer Amy Pascal.
You can respect people, you can respect women, and it's easy. It's demented not to. And hopefully the industry as a whole is getting fed up.
There is kind of like a wink and an acceptance of that type of behavior.
The women who stood up have to be applauded because that's really, really hard to do when nobody wants to stand up. And the silence is deafening. And I think that's the part that we're responsible for.
More than 30 women have now made accusations against Harvey Weinstein, varying from sexual harassment, assault, and rape. Kate Beckinsale was just 17 when she met with Weinstein in his hotel room. He opened the door in his bathrobe. "I was incredibly naive and young, and it did not cross my mind that this older, unattractive man would expect me to have any sexual interest in him." Years later, Beckinsale said Weinstein asked if he had tried anything with her. She says, "I realized he couldn't remember if he had assaulted me or not." Actor Claire Forlani says she escaped from Weinstein 5 times. "I ducked, dived, and ultimately got out of there without getting slobbered over. Well, just a bit." The New York Police Department is conducting a review to determine if there are any additional complaints related to Weinstein, while police in London say they've received a referral about a sexual assault possibly involving Weinstein. The new allegations shining an unappealing light on an open Hollywood secret.
It's the entitlement of too many men, and it is epidemic. And when they're famous and powerful like Harvey, then it gets talked about.
You know, this man is at the top of a very particular iceberg, you know, and I don't think you can describe him as a sex addict. He's a predator.
And Julia Roberts, who earned an Oscar nomination for a Weinstein-produced film, said, "I stand firm in the hope that we will finally come together as a society to stand up against this kind of predatory behavior, to help victims find their voices and their healing, and to stop it once and for all." Rose McGowan has called for women to boycott Twitter for the day after her account was temporarily suspended this week. The hashtag Women Boycott Twitter is already trending, with many prominent figures in Hollywood joining. Well, this protest is continuing on. Twitter says she was blocked for posting a personal phone number, a violation of its terms of use. They restored her account as soon as the number was deleted. This story, it won't go away, and it's only getting worse.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. We should mention that you can actually see that full video from the Hollywood Reporter at today.com.
Let's turn to Megyn Kelly, who joins us now. Megyn, of course, an attorney. And I mean, I think people hear these allegations, Megyn, and they think, how is this person having dinner in Scottsdale? Is there any potential of a criminal case here?
There's some potential, but the likelihood is very small. As a practical matter, it's very difficult to bring these cases, never mind secure a conviction. And so while we believe that there are investigations open in New York, California, and possibly London, the the chances of actually bringing a rape case or a sexual battery case or even a public indecency case this many years after the fact, because the alleged rapes that have been brought forward, he denies them all, I should say, are over 10 years old. And so in New York, for example, if it happened before 2006, at that point there was a 10-year statute of limitations, the claims would be barred. And even if they weren't, look what happened in the Bill Cosby case. One criminal case was brought, all those women were there, they couldn't make the case, the jury did not come back with a conviction.
Let's talk about the civil possibilities here. You've got about 30 women, some telling the same kind of story. A lot of them don't even know each other. Does this strengthen the idea of a civil case against them?
Absolutely. Absolutely it does, because in the law, you usually can't get in what we call prior evidence of bad acts unless you can show pattern. Unless you can show patterns. So all these women coming forward, like Angelina Jolie and Gwyneth Paltrow, could be really helpful in case a case is brought. But civilly is where not just Weinstein, but the Weinstein Company have the most exposure. Now the problem for them is what are the women going to say in terms like if you worked for the Weinstein Company, you got fired because you didn't sleep with Harvey Weinstein. Great case, right? That's a solid case if you can prove it. But one woman who says he grabbed her years ago and she suffered a bunch of emotional distress, that's really hard to prove.
Or if she says, I didn't get opportunities, hard to prove.
Like
that
Mira
that was the
Sorvino,
reason.
like
Yes.
Kate Beckinsdale. It's really tough to prove that in a court of law. So there is more exposure there than there is criminally, in my view. But I think really at the end, the biggest problem for Weinstein and his company right now is a business matter, that their reputation has been ruined, that everybody understands what he was doing. You've got 30 women coming forward now, 30. And I'll bet there will be more. That's how these things go once the floodgates open.
The board insisted, they were quote shocked and dismayed, utter surprise is how they describe it. You buy that? I mean, if this is such an open secret in Hollywood as it seems to be, how could the corporate managers charged with overseeing this company be completely clueless for decades?
It's a great question. And if they were clueless, my question is, why?
Right.
Why were you so clueless? Where was your oversight? That's the purpose of the board, corporate oversight. This is the guy running the company. And we know they knew of at least 4 settlements. The New York Times documents that there were at least 8 settlements. That's all we know about, okay? So that's what's been reported in the news. And as a practical matter, it doesn't even matter. Harvey Weinstein was a principal of the company. His knowing is knowledge by the company. And so, if you're a woman who works there and you claim that you were submitted to a hostile work environment, you're going to use all that stuff to come after them for the environment in which you were, submerged. But I do think what we have to ask ourselves as a society now is not so much related to the law; it's related to our morals, our principles, and how are you going to feel going and supporting this company, which obviously didn't have a major problem with these multiple settlements they saw.
That's fascinating. We're out of time, but Megyn Kelly, thank you. We'll see you for Megyn Kelly today, 9 o'clock, CNBC.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.